welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be NiP versus Titan now. Last game of the evening here. Best of one on Dust2. What's up, Semler? Did you spend your break on something useful?
Yeah, man, I'm watching Lyric play Arc.
You're
so
watching
it's like 70,000 people are watching Lyric play this game right now. It's insane.
What's the game you say?
It's this game, Arc, Survival Evolved. It's like a dinosaur. It's like an H1Z1 with dinosaurs, basically.
All right, I've never heard about it, but people do love watching Lyric, I've noticed. So good.
And there's
stuff.
also, dude, this is the beauty of having two monitors as well. There's also the Heroes of the Storm launch stream going on, so I'm watching that. That Marion just did his set, so I was listening to that. Yeah, dude, there's a lot going on tonight. It's a busy Monday.
It is a busy Monday, but you're gonna have to like put Counter-Strike on all those monitors now because this game is gonna be like it's gonna need like triple focus basically. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good game, I think. In fact, I'll switch it on over because we do have people joining up, and yeah, just missing a couple from Titan, and we should be good to go here. NiP actually beat Fnatic on this map earlier today. See if they can do the same for Titan, or if the Frenchmen are gonna be too strong on it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, NiP beat Fnatic, but then also Titan also showed some great games yesterday as well, or at least a great game on Dust2, which I know I keep harping on, I keep bringing it up, but it was really impressive, the fact that Titan just literally 16-1 to TSM. So that's a score that I'm going to be watching to see if they can reproduce here, basically, because that was pretty impressive stuff last night, and it's a good night. It's a good match to finish things because it's no longer El Clasico in the real sense of the word, because it's like NDK, Shoxy, nobody basically from very games are left on this team, but well, apart from Existence obviously, but yeah, like what I guess it's like in spirit. Anders, would you say it's like in spirit El Clasico?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we do need like that kind of matchup, don't we? But there's been so many changes that it's hard to keep it alive. I don't know. I think as much as we all wanna have El Clasico and like the hype around it, I think we just need to take our time to build it up again. Just let it wait. And then we'll get like the perfect one. We've got lots of other cool storylines anyway. We've got like NiP Fnatic earlier today is kind of like a pretty epic matchup as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that definitely. Now it's starting to get to the point where those two teams, whenever they clash, it's going to be good stuff, because NiP always either come close to beating Fnatic or actually beat Fnatic, which is just so weird, right? Because Fnatic are also, as far as I'm concerned, still the best around the business. So despite them changing up, the fact that Devilwalk is no longer there as the coach, they're actually picking up Vugo to replace Devilwalk, and Vugo worked with them to study demos and get the Fnatic properly prepared for Katowice, an event that they went on to win and become the first organization to actually win 2 majors in CSGO. So the fact that Vugo is now going to be on the scene is going to make things very interesting for Fnatic. It's going to be wild times, man. Change everywhere. You got in-game leaders changing. You got coaches changing. Teams changing. All sorts of change in CSGO, man.
Yeah, there's so much on the line now. Everybody wants to make absolutely sure that they've got the best possible, setup for the future, and now it's really starting to matter. I mean, this league is a good, it's a good sort of landmark almost for it, right? $500,000, and then there's going to be another league later with $500,000. So we've got, $1 million essentially for just this alone, which is quite a lot of money. So yeah, things are going in the right direction, but they're only going to get better, guys. It's only, we're not even at 2016 yet. It's going to be an interesting future with no doubt about it. Now we just need one more person from Titan, and then we should be good to go. Who do you think, Samla? Who's winning this, NiP or Titan?
I've been so on point all day long with my predictions. I said that Dignitas would win over Navi. That didn't happen. And I said Navi would beat TSM. That didn't happen. Yeah. Said Fnatic would beat NiP, and that didn't happen.
So now you go for the opposite of what you think.
So exactly what I'm going to say now is that NiP are going to crush Titan on this map.
All right. Because you actually think maybe Titan will win.
No.
I see.
No, NiP are going to crush Titan on this map.
No, I read you.
NiP are going to, it's going to be brutal. Okay. It's going to be sick. It's going to be the French Revolution led by Swedes.
Well, I mean, we'll find out hopefully soon enough. Don't forget, those of you who have enjoyed the show today, have had a good time here, go and follow us on Twitter as well. This is @OnFireSemler and @OnFireAnders. And yeah, you can keep up with what's going on there. In fact, I think there's an interview that I've been a part of that's going to be out fairly soon. So yeah, if you follow social media stuff, then you'll get a bit of a read going on there. Me rambling for a long time. RPK is here, and I think Existence was the last to join. That means we've got 10 players on the server, and Kenny first, wanted to join the spectating team, realized he couldn't kill anyone from that position. So now he's on the terrorist side, and we're going to have a knife round hopefully soon to kick it off with here. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think Titan is going to take this. So we're going to say Titan just to be
different. Okay. Do you think that the fact that Get Right is calling now is going to be enough? Got to give a shout out to Gamers Don't on Twitter. He actually had the right point to bring up. The fact that Get Right is calling that there will have been some shifts in the playstyle and also in the positioning as well of certain players for NiP. We've seen that already tonight. Do you think that that's going to be enough to throw Titan off? Because Existence, this is a point that we brought up last night in the cast. When it comes to Existence, if he knows what his opponents are doing, he is like one of the most formidable leaders in the game. Yeah. But if he doesn't, if things change, if he's playing a sub-top team or if there's been change, all of a sudden he seems to struggle a little bit. So do you think that's going to make a difference here, or do you think, Existence mastermind that he is not going to have any trouble here?
No, I mean, I think we've seen like lots of examples of what happens when things get out of hand. I guess the Katowice 2015 offline qualifiers, where who were they playing? Titan were playing Peter, I think, and almost got knocked out of the offline qualifiers. So that just because they had like no clue what was going on. Essentially, like there's just a lot of confusion going on the on the Titan team. So definitely that could be a thing. That could definitely be a thing.
The day that even statues raised their arms and wondered why. Well, no, they qualified for the event. It was when they got knocked out of the groups. That was when the statues were all wondering why.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I think you're right. It does actually affect a leader like Existence, but it doesn't only affect him. There's a lot of other teams that can struggle against, just like the randomness of a team that they've never played against. But this is still NiP, and I mean, even with Get Right calling, I think there will still be some elements that will be recognizable. So I'd be surprised if Titan are thrown completely off here, but you're right, that could definitely be a factor. Definitely so.
There we go. Match restart, and we get into the knife round now to see who gets to start on which side, and I'm really curious to see if NiP win this knife round. Are they going to do the same thing they did versus Fnatic? Are they going to start on the T side? This could get wild, Anders. We could have some crazy times, and I love this. The fact that Titan are going for the same thing that JW went for as well. Oh, no. Existence is coming back. He is going to get established over here on long. I thought he was going to go for the wraparound, but that's not the case.
Now he's just going to show up like way too late in the day, isn't he?
Well, he's here to hold the bottleneck, but yeah. I mean, exactly. All NiP have to do is wait for them to come out. So Titan getting a little impatient there.
Well, it will be NiP winning the knife.
Bam! And they go for the straight switch. They go straight to the T side in NiP. Okay, then. Well, then. All right. This is like... I love it. I love the fact that NiP are willing to do this. Not take the easy way and just start off on the T side here at Dust2. This is going to be fun. And we're going to see as many B rushes, though. That's the question.
Well, right now, NiP have 5 armors, so I was going to say Aloe is a little bit late to buy, so maybe it could have been something different, but they do get a really strong spawn for long. In fact, 3 people spawning really close, and we've got Forest in the middle, just spotting 3 people fighting him, while another 2 are long. If Forest gets a read on how many people are down there, that's going to be a lot of info. And look at this Existence walking into a firing squad here. He's going to get the 1 kill, but gets overwhelmed. Maniac is going to go down, and it's a favorable trade. But look who's running up all the way. Middle Apex is here, and a straight flick onto Forest. That is so sick. Apex, what a crazy player. Runs back down lower. Dark Freiburg falls. Apex, is he done yet? He's already got the double, and he actually will play it safely. If I make picks at that point, I might just be thinking, look, I am a god. I can't be stopped. But that is credit to him for playing it smartly there.
And what could get tricky here is that RPK is in lower dark. He pushed out B that entire time. Apex is also rotated in mid, so he can rotate quickly to the site. But is RPK going to realize, is he going to come back into upper here? And he is going to get eyes on it. This could completely catch Get Right off guard, except that Get Right is already looking to the right. He's expecting some kind of shenanigans here, and he's going to walk in and spot RPK. What a game sense from Get Right.
Yeah, very good stuff. But then Apex is in position again. One click on either one of these players, and they're going to be gone. Apex now triple kill, looking for one more, and it's going to be RPK stealing it. Still, what a sick round here from the Frenchman. That's going to be Titan winning the pistol and making it 1-0 for themselves. I mean, that could have gone either way. As soon as they were fighting 3 people like that in the middle, Titan, I mean, if Forrest gets the right read on it, then all of a sudden they could, you know, the NiP players could explode onto long, but then they sort of got into that weird fight, which they actually ended up winning NiP, and then Apex just saved the day.
Yeah, Apex literally saves the day, and he nearly takes out Get Right as well. Did so much damage. I mean, that was, yeah, that's the kind of play that we need to see from Apex, man. If he starts off like that, it's gonna get real scary real fast for NiP, who go for a force buy, pistol force, and a straight rush onto the B site. There's the headshot from Forrest, taking out RPK instantly. Existence, though, will come in. He picks off the first man through, takes the bomb carrier as well. And there's so much damage dealt to Exist, and, well, Forrest is, both of them basically, so very low that it's going to leave NiP in an impossible situation. Great recovery there by Titan.
Yeah, especially Existence. Those 2 kills in the doorway, really important stuff. I mean, especially the second one was just the bomb carrier. So making sure that they get a limited amount out of that round. NiP, though, played it pretty damn well. Pushing through all at the same time and not sort of not grouped up, but at different angles inside the hallway here. Meaning, with a FAMAS in the back line like RPK had, that's just like really hard to handle. You have to like play the duck and shoot game for a long time to be able to come out on top there. Apex in the middle doing a lot, but without head armor, that's madness. Like pushing through middle like that without head armor is a crazy enterprise. But
yeah, they so badly want to hunt him down. They so badly want to get rid of him. But now guess what? Kenny S with the MP7 double kill. And Alu, he's just running out onto this B site. It's going to be a free kill there for RPK, who only had the Tech 9. No, RPK. Wow, okay, so that's actually how bad it got there. He had like this PTSD from using the FAMAS in the last round and getting completely overwhelmed that he decided to go for the Tech 9 because he felt safer with it. Good on you, RPK. Making adjustments on the fly.
Yeah. And there's the AWP on Kenny that we all expect. None currently picked up on Alu on the other team. But I mean, one of the really delightful things about watching Titan is obviously seeing if Kenny is gonna explode, and if he does, that can sometimes change the outcome of matches. So
oh, indeed.
And Dust2 is not a bad map for it either.
Nice. It's going to be Exist holding it long. We're already seeing the adjustments being made. Alu holding upper dark right now. 3 players mid for NiP, and a nice nade onto Exist. Down to half HP. Nice the wall and frustration there, that's for sure, because you don't want to be starting the round off before you even see anybody, and you're already at half HP. Now he's vulnerable to headshots from these M4s. And now the mind game's coming out from Titan. They're going for the aggressive play, pushing to upper dark, and Existence beats Alu straight up. Doesn't even need the help of RPK to get the job done. Apex in mid stops Get Right from pushing through, and this is going fantastically here for Titan.
Oh, Kenny with the one pick off, and next in line, Exist will fall. That was Maniac taking him out, but I think Kenny actually got the shot off on the wall there as well to soften them up a little bit. And now Forrest, all alone, doing some good damage here would be key. And there's a headshot on Kenny. That AWP, though, should still be savable, but depends on what Forrest does from here on out. If he gets the bomb down and it ends up sort of exploding with, or at least enough that they can't save it, if it gets close enough, maybe they could deny the retake of the AWP here. Forrest spots out Existence and can't get the timing down, so it's going to end up falling back. Is he going to jump down in CT spawn? Flicks onto RPK. Gets the AK out again, and, well, Maniac will take him out and save the AWP, so good job there, but that's actually a bit scary.
Yeah, that's not what Titan want to be doing, especially in a round at that point where they should be winning 100%. To let Forrest get kills like that, no thank you. No thank you if you're a Titan at that point, man. You do not let that happen. So the fact, well, I mean, match is paused now, so we're gonna have a little bit of time to talk over what actually happened there. But I do love the fact that Titan are playing an aggressive style of CT. Like the French style of playing CT Dust2 is just so much fun to watch because they go for these kinds of double push into upper dark, get the info, try and get a trade, or basically lock somebody down outright. I mean, that worked out marvelously to start. That forces Get Right to run through mid doors, hoping to take advantage, maybe thinking, okay, nobody's going to be here, I can get control, maybe pick somebody off. No, Apex was there, shuts him out. I mean, everything played out perfectly there for Titan in that round, pretty much. Apart from, of course, the bumpy bit at the end versus Forrest.
Yeah, and supposedly Kenny's just fixing his internet that was lagging a bit. You can see he's up at 100 ping, so I mean that's no fun if you're the star AWPer. You want to have a little bit more of a reasonable chance to hit people. But 4-0 start here for Titan. Definitely nothing to scoff at. And I guess we'll see what NiP can come up with for an answer. But it's scary as well that Apex is at 8-1-1, isn't it? Like, starting on the 5th round here, that's 2 kills per round so far.
Well, you know, being the entry fragger and everything, he needs to get his jollies while he can, right? CT side, get the headshots. Because when he flips over to that T side, first man in, it's not every time that you're going to be able to get those kills, Apex. Still, this is going to get him confidence. And Apex is a bit of a momentum player in that sense. If he gets a strong start in a map, he can very often like carry that momentum, just carry that kind of performance through. It doesn't drop off too much. So the fact that he's up at 8-1-1, Titan are pretty happy about that so far. And okay, looks like we lost Kenny altogether. So we'll see how long it's going to take him to get back in here.
That's too bad, but only for a little while. I'm sure he will be back. You were casting the game yesterday with Kenny and Titan playing TSM on this map. How was Kenny playing with you? You remember?
Middling. Just now really Kenny is like an average opera in a sense. He's an opera who he gets kills, but he's not the opera who's like going and dropping 30 bombs every map. So essentially it was actually RPK and Maniac who were playing super well. But Maniac now we kind of expect him to play at a certain level for Titan. He's actually getting good work done around like map after map for Titan. He's very often at the top now. But RPK, I think that was the big surprise for me yesterday. We were watching and RPK was actually hitting some crazy shots. He was top fragging. I think he ended top fragging for Titan, nearly dropping a 30 bomb. So you're just like, okay then RPK. At that point it isn't necessary to have, you know, Kenny, Apex, and Existence going wild because between the two of them, RPK and Maniac, they were pretty much doing all the work. TSM just couldn't hang.
All right, then. Well, I mean, that's definitely cool stuff. I still maintain that it's just a question of time before Kenny gets right back to his usual level.
No, he didn't drop a 30 bomb, but it was like mid-20s. Sorry. Just want to correct that.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it fits rather nicely into my overarching theory on Titan that I'll just revive now that we have the chance here. My explanation for why I still think Titan could be like a top 3 team in the world is basically because before they had RPK joining, the problem was all along that they had Kenny as like their main carry, obviously, and then the secondary carry on that team would have been Apex. But the Apex was also the entry fragger, which is a very bad combination, isn't it? Like the guy who's really most of the time going to walk in, get a kill, and then die, which is great. If you're the entry fragger and you do that, you've done a pretty good job. If you get 2 kills and die, then you're basically a god. So Apex would have very often just like tried to do that, and then he'd be gone, which means it was all up to Kenny, right? If Kenny doesn't get all the remaining kills, more or less, then don't count on the rest of Titan to try and do it, right? Because they've got other jobs to try and help out the first 2 with doing what they do. Setting up flashbangs and helping Kenny get into a good position and all that stuff. Well, now with the return of the RPK here, I think that was when I thought, okay, cool. Well, now Apex can sacrifice himself if they need to, and there will still be Kenny. There'll still be RPK. I mean, my theory got ruined a little bit by the fact that it turned out Maniac suddenly also wanted to be like a super strong player. But the cool thing about Maniac is that I don't think he has much of an ego in that sense. Like, I think you can still put him on like any task you want, basically. And
yeah, he's more on like the lurk roles these days, isn't he?
He's
like,
more. Yeah, you're right. He's
the
more
lurk roles. You
role.
tend to get more frags as well if you're going to catch people out of position. So I mean, it's not to take anything away from Maniac, but it's also the positions that he's been playing lately kind of lead to him getting kills.
Absolutely, but I think if they asked him to do something different, he'd probably just do it. I don't think Maniac is the type to, just from like you so too. We both, Sumner and I have been spending a lot of time with all these players, obviously at different lands, and at least it feels to me like Maniac isn't the type to argue over stuff like that. Like, he wants to win, right? So, if you ask him to do stuff like that, then he'll do it. And that was my theory basically, that exactly at the point when Kenny doesn't have to be the only carry, that's when Titan could really explode. Now, back in Katowice, so that's middle of March, I said I'd give Titan like 3 months to make that work out for them. And the reason I said 3 months was obviously just to buy myself a little bit of time, hope that I'd get the timing down right and, seem like I was all knowledgeable, But the other thing is, I think it would probably take around that time to get RPK up to enough hours in the game, and also just to fit him into the game and into the team well enough. So, I mean, we're sort of like really close to being there, aren't we? I guess, how much time is left? Do we have another
I'm wondering.
month left, I guess?
No, we're pretty much running up on it, aren't we? I mean, March, April, May, June. Like, yeah. So you have pretty much the month of June.
Yeah.
To see a huge bump from RPK.
Katowice,
and I mean, with how
Katowice was around the 20th, so I guess I have like 2 more weeks, 3 weeks basically.
for a total 180 from RPK.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, right now. I mean, last night it was one map. That's the thing. That's why we were already hedging ourselves a little bit there last night, holding ourselves back from just going okay RPK. Now what was this? Because anybody can have a huge map, right? Anybody can. We've seen Existence top frag for Titan. So I mean, it's just like anybody can have a huge map. Now it's going to be that question of okay, is he reliably getting these frags? One thing to remember is that at Tour he was actually one of the highest consistent or one of the most consistent players as far as getting frags in the entire tournament. RPK was up there. Even if Titan struggled, RPK was doing work. Yeah. So I don't think he's going to be that flashy player. I don't think he's going to be that guy who just drops like 30, 40 bombs all the time. He's just going to be that guy who gets a frag around, kind of like Crims, where it's just like you're going to be able to start counting on him to just be able to pick up a frag here, a frag there, and do his job. Yep.
And that's obviously super valuable. So yeah, you might be right. I guess we'll see how it all plays out for Titan. I mean, sometimes I'm even at the point where I'm sort of wondering if we're past the time for like another French Revolution. Do you think that could happen, Semler? Could we
another French Revolution?
Could we have like
I can't see that happening.
Like a round 2, basically.
No way.
No way.
Nobody on Envy is going to change anything as far as I mean, they would be insane to change anything on Envy, basically. Okay. So I don't see it. Well, I mean, you could have a French Revolution as far as the sub top. So it's like you have Envy. I think Envy are still superior. But like as far as Titan right now, you could have some kind of, maybe they bring up somebody from LDLC White if it came to it. But I don't know. I mean, what would you change on Envy? Yeah, no, there's a lot to figure out. But enough of that. We'll have to have a podcast one of these days and go over some of these points. But for now, it's going to be 4-0 for Titan, and we have begun the 5th round. And it is going to be a kind of quasi-buy coming in here for NiP.
And this time, Apex again playing fairly aggressively in the middle. But this time he's hit armor. Kenny doesn't. But I think that was... no, it wasn't even... It was just a decision. He had money to buy head armor, so I'm not really sure what's up here. You definitely should, especially when you're playing against pistols like NiP have now. You don't want someone headshotting you long range and just killing you. That would be super upsetting. But Titan in a decent position to deal with what NiP are throwing at them here. Because of the one smoke on Freiburg, there's actually a decent chance NiP will get the bomb plant here unless Apex can shut them down. But he might get caught as well. He's going to make it back around the corner. Smoke goes off for the cross here. Yeah, Apex actually just gets into position, so maybe no bomb plant at all here. But otherwise, NiP would have been a great position. And they do kill Apex, so there's a chance still. But then Maniac is there to pick it up. He doesn't get the kill on Exist. And I think he thought that he had. I think he thought he had it, so he stopped shooting. Wow.
Ah, push the top. All right, nades galore onto the site, and Freiburg still gets out, and he does get the kill onto Kenny. Okay, then Freiburg is playing out of his mind. 2 big kills for him. RPK just locks on a get right, though, and that forces Exist to try and peek into CT where Existence was waiting, and it's not going to happen for him. So we will have the retake, but one hell of an expensive round there for Titan. They saved the AWP, so they've got that going for them. They saved the high-cost rifle, but that was a great round from NiP and a great eco round altogether. They're going to have all the money they need now.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really weird situation as well. Not really sure what was going on. I mean, the fact that the smoke goes up here means NiP should be able to make the crossover and put the bomb down, but then they should lose the afterplant really quickly. Titan shouldn't even really be that worried about fighting for the bomb. I mean, it's great if they can stop it, but if they don't need to give up a lot, they, if NiP get $800, but then all of Titan survive, that's better than just what happened, which is that NiP got $800 anyway, but then they lost 3 players, right? So I think Titan could have probably just played for the afterplant and been in a slightly better position. But yeah, a bit of a weird round overall. It's going to be 5-0, and the 6th round is coming up now. Starting out with a trade, Maniac for Freiburg.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to lose Freiburg early on, considering the damage he did in the last round for NiP. That might be a little painful. We're going to see if Exist can actually step up his personal game, but right now he's currently bottom fragging for NiP. Of course, we're still kind of early on in here, so we'll see if he's still got it in him. What allowed them to beat Fnatic. But for now, at least, NiP content to kind of sit and wait. We approach the 50-second mark in this round, and they haven't really made a big move yet, apart from leaving Exist just waiting over in the pit.
Yeah, he's super patient as well, Exist. Now, Apex, is he going to see anyone? Kenny's forced back. Apex has been making a lot of movement over here, which is really bad. If you want to play this position, you have to stay dead still, otherwise they're going to know you're there. And there it is. Aloe goes down with the bomb as well. And Apex turning around, very nearly taking out Get Right. Right now, Exist is going to be last man standing. Going to put up a smoke and a follow-up grenade, but Kenny takes him out. That's a triple for Kenny. And it will be 6-0. Titan handling that round very nicely.
That second kill from Kenny, though, dude. Oh, my God. Just lock-on headshot. That's not an easy shot to hit with an op, too. Not bad, man. Not bad at all.
Oh, I'm not sure we caught that on camera, sadly, but
oh, dude.
maybe there's some frag round material or some frag reel material there if anyone wants to go back and look.
Oh, it's good to see that the God Opera still has it in him. I mean, he's got 8 frags right now, so Kenny's starting pretty good here. But 6-0. I think NiP's plan is kind of backfiring on them right now, at least. Going T-side, starting out on T-side, because Titan, they are looking really good. But aggressive take on long here from NiP, and Maniac hiding in the pit. Going to take out Get Right, and he gets out practically scot-free as well. He has plenty of HP left here.
Aloe will go down as well, but I mean, trading favorably right now in favor of NiP. I mean, it's 3-on-3 situation, but yeah, that will favor the terrorist side, and they will instantly vacate long. They're actually one in middle and then rotating back through T-spawn with the bomb as well. Great flashbang in. Very nice work there as RPK takes out Forest. And it's going to leave the other 2 NiP members in a really awkward spot. As long as Forest was alive in middle, they could have gone for a really cool B crunch. But now, it's a little bit sketchy.
Man, the team play from Titan right there. They don't just sit and hold angles. No, they flash each other. They go for peeks. They get the aggression and the info. And now Exist is going to have to lurk his way out through here mid-doors. The bomb is waiting in upper dark. That's Freiburg carrying it, but Exist has no nades to work with. Spots RPK, though, and he gets the headshot. Brings it back to a 2-on-2. Existence now doesn't know which way to look. He's worried about both sides, but NiP right now are playing this very well. They're going together. They're going to stack up together so that if there is one man on this B site, they can trade and get that bomb plant down. But they only have 20 seconds left here. They have to go.
Ooh, and Kenny's going to be in position to catch them crossing, so this is going to be dangerous here. Freiburg doesn't win the spray. Battle Existence spots out Exist as well, and 8 seconds left. He can't win this round anymore. There's nothing to be done. Flashbang in, and the round is lost already. Exist can't do a single thing. Goes down to Kenny. Maybe he could have actually turned 180 and flipped there, but yeah, Titan could have just won that round by sitting still otherwise. A little bit scary, but they make it work.
Holy hell, I actually saw it happen there. I thought that Exist, because look at how close he came to taking Kenny there.
Yeah.
Kenny, I can't believe he actually peeks that and just doesn't let the clock run out to guarantee. Like, that's also the stones that's on Kenny. Like, he's just, oh, yeah, well, I could possibly lose this. I'll go ahead and peek anyway, no problem, because I'm so confident I'm going to get the kill.
Thing is,
there was a chance for Exist to actually win that.
Yeah, there was. But the thing is, if you lose that situation as well, that's actually where NiP can bounce back into the game, right? Because your team is going to be feeling really bad. Like, no way that your teammates won't be telling you at that point, look, why the hell did you do that? That was a sure thing. Kenny explodes Get Right's face, and now Freiburg trying to run up on Amir Forest with the C-set as well to take him out. And RPK next in line, looking good at the moment. Existence taking 1, and they're going to drop him. This is great news for NiP, but Forest can't make his way. Apex takes 2 in the middle, and Forest got caught right in the window, so now it's all on Exist here. He's got armor, he's got the M4, but no grenades.
Such a sick save by Apex again, and he's going to get the headshot on it to Exist. Wow. I mean, Exist taking the risk. He wanted to turn that into a winnable situation. If he lets them pincer in on him, he's doomed. So he wanted to try and pick off one of those players fast. But Apex, he was not going to get messed with that round. He even saves the AWP, so Kenny's going to have his gun. And NiP, they're getting bomb plants. They're making these situations close. I mean, Titan really don't have as much money as they should for 8-0, right? Because all of these rounds are coming down so close to these defense situations where NiP are getting the plant, but then Titan with the retake right now are just so on point. It's looking real tough here for NiP. Luckily for them, bomb plant, full buy. Alu's got an op.
They got to make this work now. I mean, 8-0 is already such a good start. It's hard to see how they can get out of here. Kenny has got one guy trapped, but he's going to look lower. Dark a little bit worried that someone was going to show up. And Forest, he definitely did. And Kenny's just hitting all the shots at the moment. He's got 11, 1, and 3. And then we've got Apex at 13, 2, and 4. Just frightening at this point if you're on the NiP team.
And the smoke goes down. That's Kenny setting it up in a house. Instead, it's going to be perhaps a quick cat push coming through here from NiP. They get 2 guys behind the flashes, up onto short. And they have the man finally pushing to long as well. Maniac going to be trying to hold there. He's going to have Kenny to support, but Kenny is going to be focusing on Cat as he should. Maniac wins the duel versus Exist at long, and now it's down to the remaining 3 players here for NiP pushing out on the Cat, trying to get the flashes out. Kenny misses the first shot, but he's going to hit the second.
There's Allo gone down. Freiburg last man standing will fall as well. Kenny and Apex opening up, and it's going to be 9-0 here. This is just an overwhelming performance from Titan. Like, NiP seem completely lost. They've gone for the AWP on Allo. He spawns at the center of the bombs at the spawn, so not going to be able to run really anywhere. Pretty going to be opening middle instead. And a couple of Molotovs as well here. Freiburg, Forest. Could be fun to see them try and go for a bit of a more standard A take, where they really try and use those Molotovs to clear out not just the actual A bomb site, but also the ramp behind it. And force Titan to move out.
Oh, wow. This is incredible right now. The back and forth between these teams. Existence trying to bait somebody up onto the box, and he nearly gets Kenny killed. That was some dead-on spray through the mid doors, taking Kenny down to 1 HP. Whew, man, what a close match so far. But Maniac, wrong place, wrong time there, trying to set up the smoke. There is going to be Apex, though, to plug the gap, so we're back to a 4-on-4, but they've taken so much damage across the board here for Titan. They feel the need to take a risk, and Get Right will get headshot, but he gets the kill. So now they have that man advantage to play off of NiP.
It's going to come down a lot of it to RPK in the middle here, and Allo misses the shot. RPK will take him out, falls back, and is just going to make his way around the box by the time that Freiburg is down there. And RPK peeking, oh, the grenade. It's going to take out Get Right. You're right, he was low already. Kenny with the shot, and now it's all up to Forest. It's a 1v1, and it's 97 HP versus the 1 health on Kenny here. Forest has got a 96 HP lead, but Kenny has an AWP sneaking in the middle with his knife out, and they are just going to miss each other in the middle. This timing is mad right now.
This is so sick. Yeah, Forrest right now, the way that he's working his way up onto the site, he's just going to get there in time for a safe plant. 12 seconds, he's cutting it close, but Kenny is now pushing out through mid, and this is going to be a safe plant for Forrest. He's playing for long as well. He might be able to make the jump across before Kenny can get there. Kenny going to be pushing up fast now, trying to get eyes on that site. There's the flash, but that's his last nade. Now it's all about the shots. And he's trying to bait Forrest out into the open, but Forrest knows that he doesn't need to peek. He can wait until Kenny commits himself. He hears the jump down from Kenny. Kenny looking up on A slope, takes the shot. Forrest doesn't land it, though. This is so close, and finally Forrest will get the headshot. Point blank, Kenny just not able to get the job done. And that's a tense 1v1, but that's the lengths that they have to go to, NiP, for them to actually take a round off of Titan right now.
I thought that first shot was going to hit. That's so scary. It looked really, really, really close, but not going to be the case. 9-1, and NiP are finally on the board now. Double up setup on the Titan team. That's the response. It's okay, we can't make it work with 1, or we can for 9 rounds, but, 9 and 10 rounds is not good enough. We want more than that. We're going to go for the double up setup here. Apex taking a fight with both Forrest and Get Right, and he's going to come up short. But Freiburg did go down early on, which means no entry value for him in this round. So, yeah, even trade, but probably favoring NiP at this point here. And they are really slowed down in NiP now. They don't want to walk into any more setups.
Yeah, bit of a shame there that Apex actually decided to take that fight, stick it out. But Titans still, they've been consistent so far in these kind of tight situations throughout this map. I mean, 9-1 the score, and NiP slowly working their way out through long. They have the rotation coming in from Forrest as well. He's going to be going through, holding to make sure there can't be a backstab, it looks like, for the time being at least. But right now, NiP, they could have the straight shot up onto the A site. They're still playing it so patiently, but with 40 seconds left, they're going to have to commit here soon.
Yeah, Kenny rotating in, but Allo is there to pick him off. It's looking pretty good for NiP right now. Slowing it down and going up long like this, definitely working out. Existence not going to be able to get the flick. Bomb will go down here, and Titan already a man down. There's Maniac picking up a kill, and Existence just trying to scope through the edge of the wall then, trying to see if he can get anyone killed, but not quite going to be the case. RPK will spray 1, and it's a 2v2, but RPK being so low on health means NiP have a really good shot at doing this. And Existence, he's trying to get this angle off, but it's just not worth it. He's been spending a lot of time, and maybe even wasting some of it, you could say. He's going to end up running away, and NiP to get a second round. All right, then.
Yeah, and safe play there from both players. Actually, you can see Existence realizing, okay, that's it. I'm not going to be able to keep them here any longer. I'm not going to get the kill. But Exist also realizing, wait a second, we're kind of low on funds right now. Should I really peek against this op now that Existence has made it down into CT? No. He stops, he takes Kenny's AWP, and he saves that. So now they actually have the option to go for a double op if they want to in IP. Or they could just elect to throw one of these over the wall. No matter. They have options. That's the important bit here. 2 rounds on the board now for NiP, and this is now forced Titan into an eco situation. Kenny, however, will have an AWP. That, of course, that was the one saved, but he challenges Forest mid and gets his face taken off.
Well, I think actually first time around he just wanted to cross over in the beginning, and he couldn't even make that work. So, yeah, bit of a tough position then. Get right, getting shot in the back and in the face. There was a bit of a dink there by Apex. But he's going to come back up onto Catwalk and realize that they're already at the site, so he's going to call for some teammates, but they don't want to do too much with this AWP. It's almost, you know, worth it for them to stick around, like, stay close to Existence at least. They also have a Galil on RPK here. I mean, don't want to give too much away to an IP for free.
No, you want to... I mean, if you can find a way to get this gun into a place where it can do some damage, that would be good. Apex, those spots exist on Cat. And gets the kill with the USP. Freiburg is there, though, so no luck, no joy for Apex. And both of the Titan members should be surviving this round. But fairly standard stuff. Apart from, I mean, obviously Kenny not being able to do much. Apex just continues to show that he is on fire right now. He is on point. Still top fragging on this map. 18-2-7. But what's great to see is that Kenny also 15-1-7. Like, both of those players right now, you know, they're getting work done.
I like how Alu and Forest were playing a game down there. I mean, it's spring. They were definitely into each other, just having a good time. 9-3, and moving into the 13th round. It's that double up setup once again. Exist spawning close to Long, and is going to run for it. No shot hitting in the middle, so let's see if Exist can do it over at Long instead. He's going to spot one person, but there was another person who crossed into the pit there, so I don't think Exist saw him at least. Similar setup for a Titan, and the downfall for a couple of rounds here for Titan has been that long hold that hasn't quite been working out for them.
Very true, very true. Now we actually have Titan slowing it down a little bit. I'm wondering to see... Oh, the flash out through mid. Perfect timing. Freiburg catches Kenny completely blind. And that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if... Who's going to go for the aggression first? And NiP, they're a step ahead of Titan in this case. I was wondering if Titan were going to start trying to push around on the map. But now with a man down, it makes it kind of tricky for them. They're getting closer to Long, though, and they've got Apex, so it looks like Maniac is about to get flashed into Long House. Exist holding this angle, though, with the AWP. Boom. Oh, misses the shot!
Oh,
but he gets the follow-up.
Yeah, and that's super important, obviously. Now Apex is going to be all alone, and I think they even spotted him jumping down, so when he peeks back up, Alu is there to take him out, and this is looking so good for NiP, finally. It's been a long time coming, and you could even argue it might be too late here. I mean... Even if this finishes 9-6, Titan aren't going to be too upset at that. They can make that work anyway. Good flick there from Existence. Goes for the repeat. And can't find the shot. Gotta be careful. Ends up dying. And now it's on RPK. We haven't seen RPK AWPing much, but he's not going to get a chance either. Runs into Get Right. And there's the 9-4 scoreline. Now moving into the last 2 rounds of this first half here. Yeah, this is... I mean... NiP are definitely giving us a bit of a more of an entertaining match, because it was starting to look really one-sided.
Man, and they go for the force. Okay then, Titan. I was wondering if they were going to be willing to give NiP a 5th round and then just go for a full buy in the next one, but because they can afford to get 2 AWPs, they decide, okay, we're all right with this, we'll just go for the force buy. Very quick follow-up here by Get Right, but step too far, and he's going to get picked off by Exist. Maniac, though, going to walk out on Long. Gets the headshot on Exist, but Exist, like, just strafe spray onto Maniac. Long distance with that AK. Gets the job done and brings it back to a 4-on-4.
But now something weird is going on here, because NiP, they know there's one up over at B, but I don't think they realize that Kenny has this up here. So they might be making they might be miscalling this round, NiP, or at least say there's a temptation for them to miscall this round, because they probably think they're only playing up against one AWP at the moment. So that can definitely confuse you if you're trying to avoid the AWP and play somewhere else, and then suddenly it's in 2 places at once.
Oh, I'm watching right now. Is Ollie going to have the luck again? And yes, he will. Once again, eliminating Kenny and opening up the way here for NiP. 40 seconds left in NiP. Looking to push up. Alu misses that shot, though, so now they actually have the AWP to work with here. Can Apex actually connect? He's going to change up his angle. Wins the duel versus Alu, but RPK is lost to Exist, and there's Existence now chiming in 2-on-2, and they hold the cross. NiP, can they actually make this jump?
Well, the smokes are really working, and there's Exist now. 3rd kill of the round for him, taking down Apex. And it's all up to Existence. 1v2 here. And he's going to be walking right into Forest. Misses the flick and won't get a chance for a second one. Forest will take care of it. And it's going to be 9-5. I mean, this is a ridiculous scenario. We've got 9 rounds straight for Titan. And now 5 rounds straight for NiP. It's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really weird. But the wondrous... That's again, the value of having a single flash left NiP. If they didn't have any nades, 2 ops holding cross like that, they were probably dead, doomed. But 1 flash was all it took to actually manage to pick off Apex. And Apex also playing a bit greedy, trying to play a little over-aggressive. Deciding to take that fight there.
Oh, man. There's...
Gets spotted out on Car. Does win that duel, but now they know they've got him pinned down, and he's never going to live through.
A little bit of damage onto Kenny as well, but RPK coming up from Lower Dark to take out Get Right. It's a big return kill. Now they're a man up Titan, and they want to see if they can at least steal. You can't hear me? Oh no, what happened? Oh, we're going to fix that in a second, guys. Right now, it's a 1-man lead for Titan, and we will see if we can get a last round on for them here. Jumping and shooting is Apex madly, but that'll actually get him killed. Exist shooting through the smoke as well. And now RPK and a teammate moving up on Catwalk. It's Existence behind him. Not really going to be good enough here as Alu picks up a kill, and actually going to pick up a double kill. Exist with 1 as well, making it 9-6 here. And let's just see if we can get Semler back online. Hey Semler, can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, all right. I was getting worried for a second there. We've got it under control.
I knew we would find a way, bro.
Yeah,
it's just like, what? All of a sudden, dead silence. What was that? Okay. This is a bit problematic. Now, this is where you start to see Titan trying to force. I mean, Maniac getting picked consistently at long. And Kenny getting pinned down consistently at long. So NiP, their long game, their timing, their Exist was just doing magnificent work. At least towards the end of that half. So then Apex also going very aggressive. Like trying to force fights. Rather than what happened earlier on where he kind of just flowed. Right at the beginning of the half, he just flowed from spot to spot, and destruction followed in his wake. Towards the end, however, he was trying to force the destruction. And you can't do that. You can't force the destruction on Apex. You're just going to get slammed, because NiP, they thrive off of that. If somebody makes a mistake versus them, they're going to take advantage of it.
So now let's see. I mean, if there's some balance here, that should mean that NiP should win this pistol and win the next 2 rounds. So they will have their own 9 rounds in a row streak. And then, I don't know, maybe we can have like a weird close to this here. But it's 9-6 against Semler. We can't avoid this scoreline. Every single game, it seems, we're going to have the 9-6 finish.
Oh, yeah, buddy. It means something. Where's the car?
Oh, well, the chat's doing all that for us. They're ready for it. Forest trying in the middle to pick up a headshot, not quite yet. Exist looking into Lower Dark for RPK, Kenny, or Maniac, or all 3 if it goes wild, but not going to be the case. He falls back, and they're going to instantly try and do a bit of a Noah tower here. Nice adjusting from NiP. Instant reward as Maniac goes down, and that's going to be 5v4. Now, the bomb's making its way back up, and they are a man down. They don't have any grenades, so going for the B bomb side is a bit risky. A definitely is going to be the call. 3 people long, which means Alu. Oh, this is a problem. No one here has any grenades, so if Alu doesn't run immediately, he has to stand and fight. Because if he runs back there, no one can flash him into safety. He's going to either run straight away or stay and fight. And he chose the latter of the 2, and that's going to end up getting him killed. Now, NiP, they're a man down, but they do have a kit, and the bomb is not down yet either, so maybe they could do this.
It's their chance now. Forest on Cat doing tremendous damage. In fact, RPK, Apex, Existence, everybody dropping low right now. And Freiburg full HP still with that kit. But this actually allows for Forest to get up onto the site. 2 great shots coming through from Freiburg, and now it's Existence versus Freiburg. Existence with only 9 HP and 15 seconds left picks up that bomb. I'm going to have to go for the plant straight off the bat, but he's caught midair. Perfect timing from Freiburg to go for the peak, and an instant pause is called for here. Perhaps the timeout from Titan. No pause. What? Oh. It's the new knife sound. It threw me off.
Oh, yeah, good stuff, good stuff.
I actually would have believed it, though, if Titan decided to go for, some kind of a timeout there. Just because that's a round that they should have, with the start that they got, it feels like they should have got that going for themselves. Although, no, they failed to eliminate the NOA tower. Actually, pretty clever stuff there by NiP as well, changing up the angle on the usual NOA tower.
Yeah, just doing it like spontaneously as well after the smoke goes up is like the answer to it. That means NiP read what was going on. They realized, okay, Titan are going to throw that smoke. They're going to come out of underpass, or sorry, not underpass, but lower dark where we were just looking, and then try and jump up onto catwalk. And that's exactly right. So really good job. And the other thing that kind of threw Titan off for a bit of a loop was that they didn't know where when they were in that 2-on-3. They didn't know that the last two NiP members were up on short. I think they thought maybe one of them was in sight, so they were hesitating a bit. And that could have cost them as well. It wasn't until later that the NiP members split up a bit. Now, Forest, up in the window here, actually been shot in the face already, and Freiburg has gone down. Well, the bomb plant's probably going to go through here, but Titan holding onto the bomb site won't be all that easy. The slower dark fight's going to be huge, and Get Right goes down. Apex, that is like a really big kill for them.
Yeah, this is actually huge. This might spark them to... This might actually get NiP to start backing off to think about saving their guns, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Wow, what a play from Titan. The rush B, and it actually works, with two guys lurking as well. The fact that Apex rather, wins that fight versus Get Right in lower dark, you were right to point it out. That's pretty much like the key, because if NiP can get that pincer movement onto the site, can get Right in position so that he can start, helping to chip away at the defense, that's a situation where NiP all of a sudden they can win the round. The fact that they lose Get Right, and then they have to run up against a P90 and an M4, They make an interesting call in NiP. They're willing to take a step back and save their guns, be able to actually trade up here and pass those around to their teammates.
Let's see. Titan are now 6 rounds away, and they break NiP's streak after NiP has won 7 rounds in a row, including the pistol. So yeah, that is obviously going to feel good. When you're at losing 7 in a row, you start to get a little bit annoyed with yourself, but then again, NiP managed to bring it back after losing 9 in a row, so it's definitely still possible. Now, the equipment right now favoring Titan quite a bit, but that scout on Alu, you never know. On Dust2, that's like a legendary thing almost, and a great grenade onto Existence from the beginning here. Exist just being really effective in this game so far.
Yeah, once again, right? Once again, he started slow, but now he's at 15 frags sitting at the top of the board for NiP, so... Seems like he's feeling confident on Dust2. Things are working out for him, and there's the flash. Great teamwork to set that kill up, and Apex is gone. Existence taking the peak versus Get Right, though, and Get Right has to be careful. Doesn't want to overextend here and throw away the lead that his team now has.
Well, NiP pouring in a bunch of grenades into this... it's Titan pouring a bunch of grenades into the A-bomb site. Exist, no damage taken yet. And Existence actually going to jump down right in front of him, but he's in the smoke. They haven't spotted each other yet. Now Existence going to come out of the smoke. Is he going to see it? No, he won't. It will be Existence with a bit of an advantage there. Get Right with the kill. And finally, Maniac and Kenny are going to be left 2v2 versus Alu and Freiburg. Bomb plant should be going down, but there's that scout doing the damage, and the jump from Freiburg takes one. And Kenny could be next. Another bullet here. And should be it. Kenny still alive. Pistols out from Freiburg. Kenny looking for the shot. 10 seconds left. He has to go for it now. Otherwise, it's going to be too late. Freiburg now ready and waiting. 10 bullets in the chamber, and there it is. Freiburg gets the kill. Double as well. Takes out Kenny. Another clutch for Freiburg. And NiP make it to 10-8. That was such a close round.
That was insane. So many different things could have gone wrong there. The fact that Freiburg right now is coming alive as well. It's like that combination Exist-Freiburg. Sure, Exist got shot in the side of the face. I could have swore that he heard Existence drop down as well, because he kind of like twitched a little bit, and he definitely heard like the that you make when you drop from a high point, right? Yeah. Basically your knees giving you out. I don't know what it is, but Existence made noise. I thought Exist had heard that, but he gets caught. It's just Freiburg. He gets a jumping shot with the UMP. Also, Alu gets that kill or not the kill, but he gets that tag with the scout. I mean, so many things coming together for Freiburg to be able to pull off that clutch. All of that off of the back of a situation that I thought Titan would actually be able to actually... Like, look at that. That's 2 rounds back-to-back now where Titan lose the entry, where they lose the initial frag. They're a man down, and they still bring it to such a close situation as that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it takes to shut Titan down. What happens when they have 5 guys alive going onto a site?
I mean, certainly NiP don't want to know at this point. They just want to make this comeback work for themselves. And they are in a position now where they can at least close the gap a tiny bit. So we're at 10-8, and NiP are playing armorless targets. Alu here, 30 bullets, M4A4 in hand. Pretty good position to pick up a couple of kills if you can just stay safe.
All right, well, there you go. Guess what? Exist. You're gone. You're done. No luck for you. And Kenny is just on a tear right now. Get right, finally going to take him out, but the bomb plant will happen, so Titan, they're happy. Everything going according to plan.
Do they know where Apex is? They're going to check it out. So they saw him running in there. Otherwise, that could have been very interesting. RPK's up here with a Glock, basically long range, trying to tickle Get right to death here. And he's going to be successful. That's annoying, losing to a Glock that long range. But, yeah, this is a super good round for Titan. 3 kills and a bomb plant with no armor, just a couple of pistols. And that's pretty much it. So, going to help them down the road here. But NiP is just a round away from equalizing, and we'll see if they can actually manage it. AWP on Kenny. That could be the one tool that they need here.
Yeah, that could be the difference maker. He was showing that he was pretty on point earlier on CT side with that AWP. Now we have to see, is he going to get the tags going across? Are NiP going to be able to weather the storm? Alu does get an AWP, but it's a glass cannon op. So he has no Kevlar, no nades to back it. And shots going through. But once again, look, the situation here in mid, Freiburg and Exist stacking up. They're going to go for the NOA, hoping that Titan are going to run in and try and jump up on that box. Apex, do you sense it? Yes, you do. And he's not rewarded. Yes, he does. He gets the kill onto Exist. Fantastic stuff.
Man, that is really scary, isn't it? Very close at the end there. Freiburg with a good return, but he's down to 5 health and Apex. And he got the call from Existence. He has to be low now. Forrest hiding in the corner. And RPK won't check, but Kenny is still quick enough. And that's like a must-kill situation. If you lose that shot, then you're gone. And probably the round will be 2. Get right charging in. Takes 1. Still got 33 bullets left and fights Apex. Get right down to 6 health, but now Apex also going to be alone. And as the clock ticks here, it's only going to get worse. Nice headshot, though, on Get Right. That's pretty sick. Now, he's got 18 health left and about 40 seconds to try and defeat Alu here. And also make it a quad kill. He's got 3 already, but he needs to do a little bit more somewhere.
Yeah, he's got to cut it real close here. And Alu playing this so safe. Realizing there's time on the clock. And Apex, no fake plan from him. He just goes straight for it. Alu dancing on the other side. If only they do. Apex thinking he might come through the window, but Alu playing this safe. He's got a kit. He's got a little bit of time, but he has no Kevlar. So if he gets into a straight-up fight, if Apex gets the first shot on, that could completely wreck Alu right here. Alu has to be so tense right now. He's trying to check all these different angles, making his way towards the upper dark, and Apex gets him in the back. The mind games come through, and this time the 1v1 clutch will go to Titan. They do not allow NiP to tie it up. It will be 11-9 the score for now.
Oh man, what a 1v1 then. Apex 4 kills, currently dropping 24 frags in about 21 rounds. That is just nuts. Super impressive performance from him so far, and that leaves NiP in a very tricky spot. In spite of them winning 2 rounds in a row, they survive with very few members for each of those rounds, meaning now they're in a really weird spot here. It's going to get hard from here on out for NiP to win. Yeah, the first round they had 1 left alive. The second round they had 2 left alive, so they're going to be instant ecoing here.
Yeah, and it's an uneven eco as well. Might be that they can squeak by with like a single round of eco and go for a halvesy. Because Forrest does have enough for an AWP after this round of eco. So maybe we'll see what they decide to go for here in NiP, but they aren't pleased with the situation. Another clutch situation. Another clutch round. It's cutting it so close, but Titan, you have to be impressed with their level on Dust2 right now. They're making every single round a real nail biter here. And they are, electing to go straight up cat, which is actually looking pretty good for them because NiP actually, they focused on long this round. And they focused on mid and B, so there's nobody here to stop them from getting onto this A site.
It's a bit scary that NiP are already rotating in. And look at this sort of improvised tower again over at long. Could they spot Apex? This is so ridiculous. I love the fact that NiP are even trying this, and they will get the kill. Existence goes down as well. Oh no, Titan, this can't be happening. They only have pistols, they don't have a defuse kit, but they're getting some good kills in here. Kenny picking up 1, and Alu at least is going to be left alone. 1v2, he goes down. And Kenny and Maniac, they close it down at the end, but that's way more than Titan should have lost.
Yeesh, even in eco rounds, Titan NiP are scary right now. And Titan, I mean, we'll see if they can actually close out the map, because we're getting to the point now where it was a similar situation in the first half where they're 9-0, and you know if they just keep playing at that level, they're going to crush NiP out of the half. It's not even going to happen. Now I'm wondering, can Titan actually close it, or will history repeat itself and NiP will just run back the comeback here? Like, if Titan can win this round right here, this would be big. This could actually allow them to get up onto 14 rounds. But Forrest, with impudence, just puts shots through that smoke and takes Apex out as if it was nothing.
That was so funny, because actually Apex, he sprung that trap on himself. He thought that they had done the Noah boost again, so he went and shot over the box, and then crouched in at a different angle, and that's exactly where Forrest was looking. So the fact that he put the first shots in was almost like a trigger for Forrest, who's just like on the other side, almost falling asleep looking for the smoke, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I guess I could shoot the smoke, and then there it is. That's just very funny.
Oh man, but that's not funny for Titan, man. Again though, entry for NiP. Let's see how close Titan make it. Similar situation, and Kenny slowly walking his way out there. Can't believe that Freiburg actually spots him. And just a touch, just a tap.
And now they go
35.
back down the middle. Freiburg's still alone up here. Titan could capitalize on this, and look at who's running a fake over here. Existence, if he stays alive, just 2 shots is enough to make 2 people rotate in, and Freiburg goes down. That is a very easy sell for Existence here. Normally, you won't be able to get away with that. Now he's waiting lower. Dark, he looks away just at the wrong time. That kill on Forrest, if that had gone through, that could have probably been the round for Titan right there. Now, NiP really feel like they've got a chance, and there is a smoke on RPK. Kenny takes a kill out of 3v3, and Maniac is hiding out here. This is a genius move, and he's going to take down Exist. That's so smart.
So on point now, Get Right and Alu, the last 2 alive here for NiP, but Alu's already giving ground. He's starting to back off. He's going to be able to go back and save. It's Get Right who's going to lurk instead, and I almost thought, was he about to go for the ninja or something? He's waiting right there by the window, but RPK still on this site, not going to allow that to happen, and now he's actually got a way out of here, although Kenny takes the shot and misses it. I thought that would have been amazing. If Kenny is just there, like, no, Get Right. You don't get the save. You don't get to hold on to that M4. All right, 13 rounds now for Titan, but NiP, they saved 2 key rifles, actually. The M4 for Get Right, that's great, but the AWP for Alu here, that's a big save. If he can live through this round into a full buy in the next one, it's going to make a huge impact for NiP. It's almost crucial because they're not going to have the money to buy it otherwise.
No chance for Kenny in the middle as the smoke goes up, but a 4-round lead for Titan. This is starting to get really good for them, and NiP are now in this really awful spot where they continuously have almost no money to buy this ult for Alu or the rifle for Get Right. That might be what they need in Freiburg. He's in the sport. He's so sad he's given up on playing. Alu hasn't, though.
No? Yeah, we've lost Freiburg. I guess it's still in an eco round, so... No, we'll see how this plays. 4-on-4 situation, though, and Maniac is already gone, but they're wrapping back up to B. And they're assuming, wait, Freiburg isn't here, so what does that mean? Who's holding on to B site right now? Do we have an edge? Do we have an advantage? Little do they know, Get Right and Forrest are both playing up close, but it's going to be RPK and Apex opening everything up here on the B site, and we'll get a free plant, and that is a very cool way. Kenny asked, that is a very cool way to smoke those doors.
What did he do? I didn't see.
That was snaz, man. Right off the double stack basically on the site. He banks the smoke as he runs out of Upper Dark. He banks the smoke off of the cardboard box, and then just like boop goes right into the doors out there.
That makes sense. That's a nice idea. I like that.
Yeah, points, definitely.
Well, it means Alu and Exist could at least save these rifles, which has some sort of value on its own, but it still means Titan are one step closer to winning here at 14-9. And NiP, I mean, we're obviously going to have to get Freiburg back in the game. He obviously did not disconnect out of pure sadness, probably just some sort of internet issue, but yeah. I mean, I guess you're right. Out of all the rounds that could have happened in, the fact that he only had a pistol that round and was only ever going to have a pistol, that helps out a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not in this key round right now. So I guess they can count their lucky stars there in IP. Fact that it doesn't happen in this round right here, where basically the map rides on this round. If they lose this round without saving guns, they're going to be just in a just crazy kind of force buy scenario in the last round of this map. But Titan right now are poised. They are ready. They're right on the edge. Anders, how many times have we seen them in this position where they were just so close? So close.
Yeah, I mean, for some weird reason, because I mean, there's a lot of experience on this Titan team, so you'd think, like, you know, experience is like the counterbalance to crumbling in the very late stages of a game, right? But somehow Titan have still, you're right, they've done it a couple of times before, where it's like, you know, they've got it and then they don't. I don't know. Like, it's almost like Titan have been in a similar position, and I don't know if they still are, but to the one where that TSM was in, you know, where it's like they just couldn't get past that semifinals. And then once they did it, you know, then that's it. They're through, and they can do it again and again and again. But I think Titan need to prove to themselves that even when the pressure gets really heavy towards the end of a game, they kind of have what it takes to close it out anyway, because they definitely do, but... yeah, sometimes you need to remind yourself, right?
Oh yeah, it's like proving basically. Yeah, you're right. It is. It's you have to get over that mental block that develops, the choking block, basically.
Exactly.
Like that has to go. That has to go. It has to be excised. Get rid of it. Done.
By the way, guys, since we're already paused here, and the interview that I was talking about earlier has actually been published. So if you guys want to go and check it out, then just like go on the social media and you'll find it. At OnFireAnders and at OnFireSemler as well. If you wanted to follow Semler, then definitely do that. Follow both of us. But yeah, the link is out there somewhere. I think it's been posted a couple of places, so go check out that interview. Me talking about random things for a long time, but I had fun doing it anyway. Yeah, so do that if you wanna do more Counter-Strike after this match. Although I hope some of you have been here all evening. It's been quite a while now. When did we start, Semler? We started at 7 and now it's 12 o'clock, so that's a decent evening.
Yeah, full 5 maps.
Yeah,
full 5 maps. Full 5 maps. Yeah, well, it's basically like there are so many online leagues going on right now that whenever you can get the matches in, you kind of have to. Like yesterday, there were 6 maps, but then there was also like other series going on at the same time. It's just so many online matches right now that every night, basically, you've got world-class CS being played. Which is good and bad. There's a mix. There's a mix there. Yeah, like I'm pleased so far with the result. It's a good way to close it as well. Like NiP Titan, I'll watch this game every day. I got 2 of my favorite teams basically to watch. Like there you go. Perfect way to finish things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always interested to keep up with both these teams just to see where they are. You know, NiP for such a long time, the best team in the world, and then, you know, for a while now, hasn't been. And it's always interesting. You're always interested to see if they are going to make their way back. In fact, I think Thorin just released an article, didn't he? I think it's on the subreddit somewhere. Am I just making things up now? I don't think I am. Where am I getting this from?
Which one was it?
I swear it was just on here. I've got this can't be happening. I swear I just saw it. I'm obviously browsing the subreddit, but
yeah. But what are you looking like? What's the topic of the article? Because he released one about Fnatic as well not too long ago.
Yeah, I think this was about Thorin, the future of CS:GO, Legends, Ninja in Pajamas. Yeah, Thorin has that out on the subreddit. It's on the second page, guys, not on the front page. But yeah.
If he doesn't mention Hogwarts at least once, I'm going to be really disappointed in Thorin.
It doesn't. I just tried to do the search and people hear the Windows sound of me not finding anything. But yeah, it's on the second page over there. So I haven't read it yet, but I obviously will. So I don't know. Now 2 people from NiP have disconnected. So this is going the wrong way.
Yes, indeed. I mean, what's going on here? Unfortunately, I mean, 2 rounds before the end as well. That's insane. The timing is impeccable.
So what does that mean, Semler? Does it mean do they have to finish 3v5 here?
I wouldn't put it past them.
Just be like, whatever, just go for it.
But he wrote it for PC Gamer, so it's going to be a bit of a shorter article, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he won't have space to unleash himself.
No, he won't. Definitely not. This is not a Thorin article. It is a Thorin article, but you know Thorin, like, he can write novels on a subject like this, right? And yeah, so it's worth a quickie, I guess. I'm gonna check it out once we're done here. But I mean, once we're done here, who knows now how long this is gonna take? We've got 3 players out of 5 here for NiP.
Well, at least similar. gone are the days when we had to cut into your train time, right? Because you've got like another train in 45 minutes, right?
Let me see what the time
12:45 is like the
is.
latest, isn't it?
Oh, my watch just stopped working.
It's
Damn
currently 12:07.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm good. I've got one at 34 and one at 53.
All right, there we go. So
The 53 one is actually pretty nifty. It's just a connection. Like, I didn't realize, but I can take this connection one and then wait for a minute at Gormash and then swap trains there. So I'm just like, oh, sweet. So if this kind of happens, if this thing happens, bam, man, I don't have to sprint like a madman for the 34 train. I can wait a little bit.
all right, good stuff. Yeah, we've had some incidents in the past where we had to, I don't know, let you sleep in the office or something, just to.
Yeah, that's happened. That's happened several times actually, because some people they like to book like really early crack of dawn flights, like 6 a.m. flights, which is like actually impossible for me to get to from where I live. So I just spend the night in the office. I'm like, yeah, two hours sleep, yeah.
Yeah, it's the esports lifestyle, man. Right? You can't do anything about it. Just have to accept it. All right. Well, now we've got one NiP member back. Now we just need the second one, and we'll be good to go. But it's obviously taken a while.
Yeah, we're still missing the man who started all this, Freiberg. Where is Friberg? I'm never gonna be able to pronounce it in Swedish, dude. That is just a sound that I cannot make.
Yeah, I would say just give it up at this point. Just don't even try. It's not worth it.
Friberg.
Yeah.
Tack.
I'll be. Yeah, we'll just accept it. I won't be able to either. I've given up as well. Can't be bothered.
But you're like Scandinavian-ish. You know, you should be able to. You should be able to get that done.
I probably could, but I'm lazy. You know, I just can't. Just can't even.
You got like the Dane going. You know that angle. We don't have any updates in case you're wondering, guys. I'm checking the admin and I don't see anything. So, as far as we're concerned, for the time being, kind of quiet here on the Western Front.
Yeah, not much going on. I'm trying to give the audience a bit of a tour of Dust2. You know, we've looked at all the cars, and now we're just like flying around. Apparently, there's 10 people on the server now, so we should be good to go. All right then. Well, you know, we're close to the end here, or at least it feels like it. Unless NiP is going to come up with an incredible comeback. But the problem with that comeback is they don't have a lot of money to do it with. It's not like Titan have an outrageous amount of money either, but at least they've bought this round, and NiP, I guess, they will buy this round as well. But if they lose it, it starts to get tricky.
Could you see a world in which NiP eco? No.
Which NiP eco?
Wait. Why am I thinking that this is last round? Never mind. They have the money. They ecoed last round and they saved the gun, so that's why. Okay, yeah. They have the money to buy. Oh, sorry, dude.
It's all right. It's getting a bit late. I was wondering if you were thinking that they were going to throw some sort of troll or something.
Yes, I'm like, hey guys, we'll start T side and then, we'll eco. We'll make it interesting for you all. We're so confident in our CT side that just demolished Fnatic earlier that we will, you know, allow Fnatic to get to match point, or allow Titan, and then knowing Titan will not close.
Yeah, that's it. It's when Titan just give up. They're like, no, it's happening too easily, guys. There's Freiberg back on the server. So well played. All right, we do apologize for this delay. We realize it's getting late for you guys as well, but now we do have Freiberg back, and obviously we want to finish this game in style instead of having some weird 4v5 situation. So let's see how this is going to potentially end here. Everyone buy Freiberg? Is he missing the start money here, or what's up? I think he probably is. Yeah, I'm guessing that's why we're paused right now. Just Freiberg trying to figure out how to get his money back. Because it sort of fits. I think they've lost like 4 in a row, so he would have like, what, 3,000?
Yeah.
So that would put him on par with the rest of the team, more or less. So I think that's what they are. That's what they're wondering about.
Yeah, 2,900 he would have. So that's actually kind of important. Funnily enough, Anders, the money. always about the money. And, well, then, this is a little bit tricky here. Can they actually... Yeah, they should be able to go in there and reset things, right? I mean, this is a server. This is the being prepared for these kinds of situations, these kind of scenarios. Hopefully, we'll have an answer for you guys soon here. Waiting for an update once again. So, yeah. But is there a world where Exist just drops the AK for Freiburg and Freiburg full buys and Exist full buys and everything is hunky-dory?
They could go for it, but it's... I mean, it is a bit risky.
Why? Because he can full buy. Exist can full buy. Freiburg can full buy. Everybody can full buy at that point. If Exist just drops the AK. Unless, I guess, like, they want to try it, but then Alu has enough. Alu actually has enough. No, he doesn't have enough for AWP Kevlar, unfortunately. But he has enough for AWP and some nades. That's not going to change anything, though. What do you think, Anders? What's going through your mind? Actually, no, he does have enough for AWP Kevlar. I'm silly. $50. Come on.
I'm not sure. I'm kind of almost like zoning out at this point. I'm just thinking like, can we just get it on? Like we've been in the edge of our seats for so long. I just wanted to move on.
Yeah, at this point, really, yeah. It's like 2 rounds left here for Titan, and Titan as well. This is just horrible for them because now all their momentum just gets reset. The confidence, the adrenaline dump, everything is going to come into play here, so they're going to have to get refocused again in these key rounds. And you got to hope that Apex and Kenny, both of them are going to be able to continue to land the shots because they're both leading the charge right now. 25 kills for Apex, 24 for Kenny. And that's important. RPK, not nearly as solid a performance as we saw from him yesterday, but then I suppose it's not the end of the world either. When you've got both of his teammates actually going wild right now, it's not the end of the world if RPK isn't up there at the top. He's just there getting the scraps, Sanders.
Yeah, taking it slowly, relaxing. Just, not trying to overwork it, but just, punching in the required hours and leaving home to his family for a nice weekend. I guess it's the beginning of a new week now. It's not really a nice weekend after all. It's it's Monday, Semler.
Monday, go. No.
Nobody likes a Monday.
Yeah, it's not the song I was thinking though, because it's like nobody wants to get down on Monday. Although that was always the saying. That was always the saying actually in LA is that if you ever had time off or whatever, the way to know the rich kids basically is if you went to a bar and it was like full of like it's basically like the people that you see out on a Monday or a Tuesday night are people who probably have trust funds.
Yeah, that might well be true.
Because they ain't working.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The problem is if you do that too much as well, it's going to get boring, isn't it? There's only so much time you can spend in a nightclub before you start to get a little bit bored of it. What is
you've
going on?
never watched The Twilight Zone, have you? Like, no, I don't know what's going on, dude. But yeah, it is kind of surreal. Surreal. Nightclubs in general, man. Much better to just have a nice little dive bar, hang out. Yeah, where you can actually have a conversation with people. Crazy thought.
Come on, let's get back into this game. I wanna see it moving on. I wanna see if NiP can actually make this comeback work, or if Titan are just gonna be able to crunch it out. I'm sort of looking at the numbers here, and I guess NiP, if they lose this round now and it becomes 15-9, then they will probably have enough money to go for like a really a light buy. It won't be like the best buy in the world. It won't be like a double up setup or anything, but they can make it work. So they got like 2 shots at it in NiP essentially to either win or get overtime. But the best they've done in the second half is get like 2 consecutive rounds, and that won't be enough. Like they need to essentially close out Titan here somehow. And I'm wondering how they could do that. I mean, Titan were cool at playing aggressively in middle, right? They had Apex really often playing in here. And Titan also had a couple of rounds where Kenny was playing up here on the catwalk. So there was a little bit of going on there. Feels like NiP are maybe a little bit more timid in the middle. So yeah, I would say go and fight Titan in lower dark or middle or something like that. Bring the fight to them.
All right, so apparently we're still waiting to find out what the hell is going on here. But I would think that could work. I'd actually like to see an aggressive long take as well out of Titan. It all feels like it's such a haze now. They've been going to B side a lot. I mean, do you want to tread in the domain of Alu? I don't know, because he can take that AWP over to long angle early. You don't want to be facing him. I mean, unless Kenny has a long spawn, and no, Kenny doesn't have it. Maniac has it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we've seen the person who has the long spawn swap with the AWPer, so that, like, you know, just to get the peek off here. But I'm not sure if that's really necessarily worth it here. It's not that Maniac couldn't run for long. Like, I mean, you don't have to be like a great AWPer to pick up the AWP and run long and try and get the pick. It's just a question of timing, basically. But I think Titan need to take many risks. They've played fairly risk-free in the last couple of rounds, and they've won 4 in a row. So why not just keep going? My God. This is where we need, like, a secondary form of like, entertainment, Semler, right? We need
we've had so many pauses this week that I feel like we've kind of run out of, like, things to joke about. Like, we kind of ran dry on the joke content. We need to, like, re-up or somehow.
But the problem is as well that Dust2 is not a map where there's really anything going on. We can't read Arabic, so I don't know what these signs say. I can't even make any jokes about it. It says pizza over here, which is the same sign that's in T-spawn, right? So I mean,
you sound so desperate, or like so desperate when you say that too. The way that you said it, it says pizza, like as if that's
that's all we have.
Crying out loud! What am I supposed to joke about with pizza?
We have pizza, and actually, it's not even funny. You know why? You know why it's not funny, Semler? Because when we started this cast, like half an hour before, we ordered pizza, and it didn't get here until we started. So I have like cold pizza sitting next to me.
Dude.
So this sign,
don't you dare!
It's
I will take cold pizza.
You want cold pizza?
Dude, cold pizza? Are you kidding me? You pizza in any shape, way, shape, temperature, anything. Yeah, pizza's the best, man. You can't knock that. Come on.
I wanted
you have pizza. I don't.
5 hours ago. This is torture, man. This is torture. Okay, well, we've come back to the game now, which is good news. And Alu will pick up her first kill on Kenny. Strong start. Grenade. And Apex is trying to catch it. He's in the middle. I want this grenade, but it blows up in his hands and only does about 40 damage. Trying to spray crazily down there. 3 people peeking in the middle for him, or against him. And that's going to be Exist with the kill at the end there, who could have got sprayed down by Apex. Now, double entry or double opening frag for NiP. Leaving Titan in a bit of a weird spot.
Yeah, definitely. And that's Apex. That's a kill that he needs to get. That's a kill that he absolutely at all costs needs to get. There's no getting around it. So the fact that he doesn't there, RPK steps in, gets picked up by Exist. Exist still on fire here. He's still warmed up. There's the flash through. Existence turns in time. But the damage here. The damage is done. They're down to 2 remaining players here for Titan. Exist to clean up Existence, and Maniac will finally remove the Swede, but Get Right flanks from Longhouse, and an easy round for NiP, all things considered. But Apex, man, that's the problem with these long breaks, is it allows you to cool off. It allows you to he's one of those players, he's like, I want to DM for half an hour to an hour before the match, and then just go straight into the match, and, you know, I'm fired up, I'm focused, I'm ready. And it's like, if you have that long pause, I could see that actually affecting his aim, because that was a free kill, basically, on Exist.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It definitely makes a difference, and that's something that Titan can't afford because, yeah, you're going to start to get really frustrated after a short while. Start to feel like, you know, we should have had it now. Maybe we've missed the timing window, or the momentum that we had is somehow gone. We need to get back into it. Molotov and then smoke flash combo out here, and Get Right picking up an easy kill on Get Right. And I think he even stole his grenades there, so that's just, Get Right picking up an easy kill on Maniac and stealing his grenades, and NiP. Oh, if they win this round, then Titans should, they'll be ecoing, and then there's a real chance. It's not over yet. It's not over, even though it's looking rough for NiP.
There is every chance, right? There is every chance of them making this work. But Titan now going for the aggressive flashes out long, Get Right in pit. Which is the perfect time to peek. He's going to take out Existence. Apex going to rush in and lose the fight as well. Get Right is on point right now, and now Alu's had enough time to rotate in with that AWP. Find the kill at long. Force with the AWP in mid will remove RPK. And just like that, it is 11-14. And yeah, it's going to have to be an eco round here for Titan. And they're going to have to cross their fingers and hope that they can actually shut out NiP in this next round. Because NiP now have got the bank, and they're starting to get confident again.
I mean, it's a really good job on Get Right that round with the triple kill. Especially, I mean, which would have been hard for him to do that triple kill if he killed himself, like I said in the beginning. But yeah, 14-11, and eco round coming up from Titan here. This is I don't know. They're within striking distance or striking range right now. NiP, they can make this comeback work, but they need to obviously win this round. The next one up, Titan should be buying once again. And then if they win that next buy round, then it's pretty much a tight game, more or less. Then we're back into it for both teams.
Well, let's see. Shots going through, and they're not going to be able. They managed to do some damage to Forrest, but they aren't going to be able to actually pick him off. And now they gather up on Cat Titan. Everybody going to be joining the party here. Maniac gets spotted. Wild spray by Exist, misses everything, but Alu does not. Second shot missed by Alu. Oh, Get Right robs him of his third. And this is now turned into the shooting gallery. Alu decides to get the job done with the pistol instead, and that is not going to be a plant for Titan, and that's the painful part there. Only one kill in this eco round. No plants, no bonus money. Not ideal.
14-12, and here is that buy from Titan, though it won't include the AWP, even though... No, Kenny couldn't have gone... Actually, no, Kenny couldn't have gone for it. Apex, I think, could have, but then he would have had no armor, and it would have been a bit weird. So they're going to go all AKs, and we'll see if they can make that work somehow. Smoke goes off in the middle from the T side. A bit of grenade here from Alu, not going to touch anyone. Get Right's really holding this longhouse aggressively. Have you seen that? Like, every round, he's all the way pushed up here.
Yeah, he wants to see if he can peek anybody out, if anybody's going to be hanging around. He's probably feeling pretty confident as well after that last round. As to, like, how he wants to hold it. Or if he's got the current ability to actually land those shots, right? So he decides to play it a little bit more passively now as the time runs past. 1 minute, 10 seconds left on this clock. And Titan, once again, moving that bomb up catwalk. They perhaps figured out that Alu's kind of hanging around in mid with that AWP. Yeah,
I don't think they're actually going to go for the A-bomb site. Or maybe they will now, but as long as they had Maniac back here, I was wondering.
Smoke rounds? They do have a smoke round, but they're not going to go for it. Instead, it's like flashes and a smoke down to block off Alu.
Yeah, and that actually goes a bit far here. Exist is going to pick up a good kill then. Onto Apex, and Alu's still waiting in CT spawn, and no one's coming up behind him. They're on the bomb site here, but they've already lost a man, and now they need to get into some really good after-plant positions. The bomb is going to go down for short, and right now they have two people holding here, RPK and Maniac, and they've got to do a lot of work. Existence holding close. Alu comes out. He's going to go down. Nice return kill from Titan. RPK trying to crouch, and he's going to stand up and try and tab away. Not going to connect, and now Kenny and Maniac is left. Now, Kenny's in an interesting position here. Maniac drawing away a lot of attention. Kenny picking up a kill, but he's going to go down now. Maniac, how could he stop this? Bomb is being defused right in front, and Get Right comes jumping in with a shot on him. What a ridiculous kill. And that's going to be 13-14. Titan now with the bomb plant. I mean, it gives them room to work with. It's going to make them able to buy this round, but now it's getting dangerously close. NiP could make this comeback.
Oh, absolutely now. They've got the money. They're going to go for the buy, and I was wondering if they were going to play with fire and just allow for the force buy. Well, allow for a bit of a quasi-buy to come through here on Titan's side. Just go for some pistols Kevlar, try and get onto a site fast, just to allow Kenny to have the AWP. But what is this? 3 of them don't buy. 3 of them go for the quasi, and Kenny and Apex both buy AKs. What is this weird buy from Titan? That Kenny and Apex are both broke.
I don't know. I mean, I guess, could it be that there's, like, mutiny in the Titan team? Like, some people just don't want to listen anymore?
Yes, they very well could be.
Either that, or what would be hilarious is if Maniac, RBK, and Existence, who have money still, next round, they buy, like, 3 AWPs or 3 auto-snipers and try and kill NiP in the middle as they cross. Like that. That would be, like, the ultimate next level, but, I don't know. I don't have a good explanation, sadly. This is definitely a bit of a tricky situation. I mean... Especially because it's Kenny with the buy-up as well.
Well, you can see the 2 camps essentially developing in Titan. You have the hotheads, Apex and Kenny, and then you have Maniac and RPK and Existence, who are a bit more cool, if that makes sense. So I'm wondering if Kenny and Apex are just like, okay, we're going to buy, screw it, and the other guys are like, wait, too late. Oh, regardless, they're committed to this. They're committed to this situation. How the hell do they get a plant is right.
Yeah, they're just up here, but NiP is really good on the retake. Existence going to take down 116 bullets left, Tech 9 in hand, but they're double teaming him. He ends up going down, and once again, Maniac coming up from behind, and This time he will do even less than last time. Ends up going down. And that's going to tie the score at 14-14. And now let's see. Titan, how much are they going to be able to have here? The bomb plan actually means they will have enough money on Titan, on Apex and Kenny too. But, yeah, Maniac will buy an AWP and throw it on to Kenny. So that bomb plan actually saves them. That means they're good to go. Still disappointed that there's no auto sniper here, Samler.
They need it. They need it, man. Well, yeah, shot goes through, and they successfully dodge both shots put through by Kenny from T-spawn. So NiP going to be able to establish their defense, their lines. Again, Get Right going very aggressive long, really willing to take that peek. We aren't going to have any initial frags, but look at this. Titan, once again, realizing they've picked up on the fact that nobody's holding Cat early for NiP. Instead, they're putting their attention on long, and Maniac and Apex straight up onto the A side. And now NiP are rocked. Now it's a bit of a problem for them. RPK, Lurk's not going to be able to do a thing, but still, man advantage right now for Titan holding this off.
And RPK did also spot all 3 people there, so he has, like, that's a lot of information for Titan to work off of. There's still a grenade on Maniac, and he's down on long, so this retake is actually, I mean, they have enough money, NiP, that they should go for it, because they might as well throw away these rifles. Otherwise, they're going to be saving them for no reason at all, basically. Forest will take down Apex there, and Kenny will fall as well. NiP really trying to win this round in spite of some pretty stacked ops against them here. Now Existence last man gets a kill, gets a double kill, keeps spraying, and Exist will take him out, but there's almost no time. There might have been just enough. This is ridiculous. NiP should not be winning this round, and somehow they do it anyway. That is a 1 in 1,000 retake.
It's happening all over again, Anders. It's like history repeats itself. It's like we're back in the days of very game NiP where NiP would just win 16-14, 16-14, 16-14 because Titan or very games, they couldn't close the game when they had it won. They had it in the bag. And now NiP, I mean, this is it. Do we get overtime? Do Titan just completely go nuts and say, okay, screw this, we're going to take everybody's face off again? I mean, NiP are doing the exact same thing. Although they're putting 3, wow, 4, they're really expecting the YOLO Rush B right now.
Yeah.
NiP, they gambled big. They went early over there, but Alu takes out Kenny.
That is a sick shot from Alu. Definitely fired up. That's the kind of shot, I mean, especially on Kenny as well. Oh, that's got to be frustrating. Apex putting up a smoke there, but NiP, you can tell they know they brought it so far back at the moment. They've won 6 rounds in a row, and they need just 1 more here for a very, very tight victory. There's Alu picking up 1 more kill. That's Existence gone down. Now it's a 5v3. The only silver lining is that Alu and Forest are a little bit tagged up, but there's Apex to drop next. There's Maniac and RPK left, and NiP, they bring it back after a ridiculous deficit and a Titan team that looked pretty much indestructible. They were up 9-0 in the first half at one point. The first half finishes 9-6 somehow, and then NiP actually bring it back, and now Maniac, the only one to prevent here. I mean, they're far away from the bond site, but they all have the kits, and they have a lot of flashbangs as well here. Maniac, this is going to be the clutch of a lifetime if he does it.
If he actually pulls this off, right? He peeks at window as well. Likes to live life bravely. There you go. 1 flash, 2 flash, and a shot to the face. Freiberg annoyed, miffed, perhaps, that he let his guard down, that he got a little overexcited, rotated off of his bomb site before they actually spotted the bomb.
Well, look at this. I mean, he missed the mark. Literally, he's right next to the mark on the ground here. All right, that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. A bit of a weird end to the stream just because we had that really long disconnect, but we made it through in the end. Congratulations to all of you as well. Wow, there it is. NiP sneaking away, a bit of an upset against Titan, who looked like they were destined to win that game. But that's going to be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. No more ESL ESEA Pro League, although there are going to be ESEA matches coming up over at the ESEA stream, so go and check that out, definitely. All right, Semna, well, you should go and catch your train journey soon. Yeah, we're getting to that time.
I missed that one. I'm going to go for the new one. Yeah, you're right. It's the new one. All right, dude. I'll catch you up later. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you when? Will it be Thursday night? No.
Thursday? That could be.
No. We'll see you for ESL ESEA. We'll see you Monday night next week.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so until then, guys. But we'll also see you at Fragbite Masters this weekend. So yeah, see you guys then.
Right you are. Well, that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us, and have a great evening, and we'll see all of you soon enough. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. That's going to be at OnFireSemmler and at OnFireAnders. So go check that out, and I'll see you soon enough.